Hey guys, how's it going? Doing another quick marksmanship hunter guide here. This is the updated version, of course, the what is it, 8.1, patch 8.1. So quickly, the talents. This is the basic, raid talent, single target. It's also pretty useful for AOE. I'm gonna get pulled in there. I'm probably gonna die. No, okay, please do not kill me. All right, there's a healer. Nice. All right, not everyone's AFK. So careful aim is changed. It is now a 100% chance, so it'll always do extra damage. So it's a 100% chance to do 50% extra damage. So it's just about the same effectiveness as the old version, only it will always work. It's not an RNG thing anymore. So I'm going to quickly do Talic here. I'm 100% sure somebody will pull here in a moment. Before the boss starts, you want to Hunter's Mark it, because it's a global. You do not want to have to Hunter's Mark after you pull or something like that. And let's see, I'll just throw up a little thingy. And the only other thing, so there are two globals you need to do before you're even pre-casting. It's double tap as well. You need to double tap. And you also need to Hunter's Mark. So we're gonna precast here, fire those off. And basically the opening is just to get everything on cooldown. And then pop your Trueshot and whatnot. And the big thing during Trueshot is to only cast the one arcane shot. So the one that you get from Master Marksman, which reduces the focus cost to 0. So that way you can have more aim shots during Trueshot, because aim shot is just going to do more damage, obviously, than arcane shot. And when you're in Trueshot, you're going to have basically a choice of either casting a 15 focus arcane shot or a 30 focused aim shot. And it's pretty obvious which one of those is going to do more damage, so that's what we try to aim for. So this group actually has really good damage. So we're going to double tap here, and we're going to wait for this blood to come out, and we're going to slap him with a nice double. Ooh, nice. I think that was 2 crits, right? You can switch Hunter's Mark here. I'll go ahead and do that just to see how it works out. But sometimes, it can not really be the best thing, just because it does take work to spend globals to get the new one. So I'm going to use Trueshot here. I'm going to hit him once, and hopefully again. Yes, before the 80% mark. Fire again. Fire again. So during Trueshot, you're not going to be using rapid fire if you still have focus. If you still have enough focus to cast. Oh, almost had that one. Okay, missed it. So we're gonna try and get our focus up. But the only time you are casting rapid fire during Trueshot is when you don't have enough. And we're gonna miss that one, so we're gonna cancel. When you don't have enough focus to cast aim shot. So we're gonna double tap this, and boom, nice. I think I might have even missed the second one there, but. Anyway, let's get our focus back, and there's the blood. Alright, let's try to hit him. Boom, boom. So yeah, I just wanted to do another guide where I'm actually playing the spec and not just explaining how to play the spec, because I'm sure you can see my bars down here. You can kind of look at what I'm hitting. You can hear my keystrokes probably a little bit through my mic, so it should be pretty straightforward what I'm actually doing. And okay, we have Hunter's Mark on him, and I think I'm only going to be able to use Trueshot once more. So that's an important part of marks. You want to plan ahead your Trueshot usage. So I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for when he's under 20% for the careful aim bits. We're going to double tap here because we might be able to use that twice. Although it looks like the damage has been really strong in this group so far, so we might not be able to use it twice. So we're going to put everything on cooldown here. We're going to avoid that slime, and boom, boom, boom. And we're going to cast rapid fire there. boom, to get 2 more Trueshot. Oh, yes, okay, I think I got the crit on that. Although it's hard to tell, might have just gotten lucky. And we're just about done here. So I'll show off the rest of the talents right after this guy dies. So not much left to do here. We're just going to kind of cast a few spells, throw out a rapid fire, throw out an aim shot, and he's dead. Okay, so basically the other talents that I didn't show you, Hunter's Mark now is actually the go-to single target, and it's basically the best spec, best talent in all situations. If you're doing really heavy AoE with like lots of AoE all the time, Streamline can be better, but it's really not. I mean, Hunter's Mark is just going to be great because if there's ever any like big single target bits, then Hunter's Mark is just where that damage is really good in that row of talents. Post haste, of course, is what I like. Double tap is now the go-to as well. It's great for single target and it's great for AoE. Lethal shots, you'll see this is the new lethal shots. It's changed. It reduces the cooldown of rapid fire. It has a chance to reduce the cooldown, which is just not. It's just not good. It might be a little bit better later on in the next raid and things, depending on what Azerite traits you have and stuff like that. But double tap is unbeatable. Barrage now. Barrage is useful. I use Barrage on like Mythic Gahoon, for example, to just do lots of AoE damage to all the little Gahoonies, the little Gahoon dudes. But double tap, again, it's just useful in all situations. You can double tap aim shot or rapid fire, and if you're double tapping aim shot, a trick-shotted aim shot will still AoE twice, so it won't AoE just the first one and then not the second one. It'll actually do both. So again, you know, double tap is amazing. And then finally, calling the shots. This is the big one. Casting Arcane Shot or Multi-Shot reduces the cooldown of Trueshot. Now, Trueshot is now 2 minutes. It also has some changed stuff. You can read it right here at the bottom of my screen. So that makes this Azerite trait called Unerring Vision. I have 2 Unerring Visions. It makes that really good. And that's definitely what you want to be choosing if you can. That's definitely the strongest right now, having 2 of those. 3 of those actually will crit cap you, and so it's going to lose value. Although, I don't know, I guess you could go for that. So again, I'm going to misdirect, and that's an early pull. That's too bad. We kind of missed some good damage there. But we'll cast, and boom. So again, what we're going to do is this aim shot aim shot arcane, aim shot arcane, aim shot arcane. We don't have enough, or we're going to rapid fire, aim shot arcane. I think we'll just steady shot there, aim shot arcane. Okay, and I spawned it. Ooh, okay, I'm kind of retarded. That was bad play. That was really bad play. So yeah, that was pretty dumb. I almost died. I kind of deserve to be dead right now, but I got bailed out by my LFR heroes. So yeah, it's basically the rotation. Obviously, when you're not using Trueshot, the only big part of the rotation when you're not in Trueshot is to make sure that rapid fire is never on cooldown. Like, you want to use it immediately, and then also, just like before, as always, you never want to reach two stacks, 2 charges of aim shot. So you want to make sure you're using all of your bits. But don't be afraid to steady shot some, just to kind of, you know, keep the focus in a good spot. And for example, I have Trueshot on cooldown right here, but I'm going to go ahead and cast another steady shot just so that I have extra focus going into Trueshot. Because it's definitely a mistake to go into Trueshot without having like a good amount of focus. Because you want to be casting as many aim shots as you possibly can. So that's a big part of marksmanship, is you want to make sure that you're going into Trueshot with lots of focus, like getting up, you know, 90, 95, even if you are at 100 focus, that is just fine, because that means at least you're going to have an effective. Okay, it looks like they're going through. Let me follow. double tap here. And we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for all the dudes to spawn. I kind of mistimed this, but oh well. It's a pretty good little bit. It's definitely important to, if there's any AOE, you definitely want to AOE as marksman, because we do have a pretty quick, quickly available AOE that just is part of our normal rotation. It's just instead of arcane shot, you're going to be using multi-shot. And they did change sort of the range on multi-shot, and by range I mean the sort of how far it hits between targets. So if you have 3 targets but they're a little bit spread out, then this change will kind of make it a little bit easier to hit everything. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for her to hit 18 there. She might die even before we get through this, through the Trueshot. Oh, looks like we get another one. Nice. Okay, can we get one more before she dies? And nope. Okay, that was pretty good. The mass AOE though, Zekvaz, for example, I've already done this, so I can't loot it. Zekvaz is a pretty good, that's a pretty good AOE fight for marksmanship, because it's obviously, it's not padded damage, it's damage that has to be done to the adds. And so, marksmanship actually can do a lot of really good bursty AOE during Trueshot. You make sure you have Trueshot though if you want to actually have really good AOE. But otherwise, like the little like the little slime things that spawn when you walk through the wall, those things are definitely annoying to try and AOE, because they die so fast. So it can be hard to steal, steal like an extra little global on them. But anyway, just doing this trash here. Got aggro, that's pretty cool. So right here, we'll try to do a big AoE pull. I'm gonna misdirect to this mage. So we're gonna pop everything. Bah. Bah. I actually started with a little bit less focus there, so that wasn't the best. And one of the other changes about Trueshot, they didn't actually, it doesn't actually give you haste anymore, which is bad, I think. So, for example, rapid fire and steady shot, they have just like their normal cast times during Trueshot, which makes it very weak if you do not have focus, like I've said. If you don't have focus going into Trueshot, it's going to be almost like it's not a cooldown, because you can't cast aim shot. So there, I just didn't have I didn't have enough focus for a third aim shot there, so I definitely lost a lot of damage. And let's see, I'm going to double tap this, I'm going to misdirect to this shaman. I usually like to just troll people a little bit by misdirecting to them. Oh, and he actually has aggro, that's amazing. These tanks are not very proactive. XD, my man, hell yeah, he took that like a champ, that prank. He got pranked, bro. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna build up some... Buddy once told me. We're gonna build up some focus, just do our regular stuff. So when I'm not using Archive, well, Re-Origination Array, which is Archive, it should be Archive of the Titans, I use this helmet. It has In the Rhythm. In the Rhythm is another one of the great, currently one of the great traits, I guess, yeah. And I just pull aggro, probably going to pull aggro again, yeah. And I am going to 100% die. Nice, you guys got to see me die there, that was pretty sweet. But this is LFR, so, dying from threat is pretty par for the course. But what was I talking about? Getting focus for something. Oh yeah, In the Rhythm. In the Rhythm is, its haste is increased by 600 after you finish channeling rapid fire. So that's actually, remember, that's finished channeling. So if you're like this and then you interrupt rapid fire like that, it won't actually proc the haste. So sometimes, like, I'll be casting rapid fire and I'll forget that you can actually interrupt it if you're not careful. So if you're doing rapid fire and then you just want to do like an arcane shot right after it, but if you cast it a tiny bit too early, it'll actually interrupt your rapid fire, and that means it'll interrupt the in the rhythm effect. So that's no fun. Let's see, who am I going to misdirect to this time? Maybe I'll actually pick a tank this time. Is that a tank? He's got a shield. I think he's a healer though. Is this a tank? I can't tell. You have 150,000 health. I guess not. Alright, we're gonna double tap an aim shot. Bimbity bimbity. We can still do pretty good AoE even without Trueshot. It's just Trueshot is great with the unerring vision that I showed you because it gives you so much. Please don't use Trueshot. Please no. Oh god, please. No! Okay, so this is actually very bad. This is actually really, really bad. I'm going to have to go into emergency mode now. So what I'm going to do is spend all of my energy on arcane shots to reset the cooldown of Trueshot. So, fuck aim shot, fuck all the other stuff. I'm just going to be steady shotting and arcane shotting. So that's one cool thing about the spec, at least if you really have to, you can reset the cooldown at some point. Even if it was like during a boss fight, if there's unimportant damage being done and then there's very important burst damage that you need to do, you can actually, you know, reset the cooldown of Trueshot really quickly if you need to. So yeah, it looks like that worked out. Alrighty then. I do like this boss, Sec boss, on LFR because he is a complete, you know, it's basically just patchwork, it's just single target. There are no ads on LFR. All the other difficulties have ads. But let's see how this goes. And I usually just stand still as well. I wonder if somebody will pull early again.
5.
Misdirect to this warrior.
3, 2, 1.
It said invalid target. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and cheat with one extra steady shot there, just so I have a little extra focus going into this. And almost. Okay, I didn't quite get another one. Cast a rapid fire. Boomity boomity. Here I'm just gonna get a bunch of extra focus. Go for the double aim shot. What? And okay, come on, cast that, buddy. Here we go. What? I recently changed to female troll because the animations are awesome. Because she actually stands up straight. It's pretty sweet. The male troll, you just, you know, they kind of stoop over and they're, I don't know, it's a very odd look. Okay, that's weird. I'm getting some kind of haste bug right now. Alright, we're gonna go for a whole lot of extra energy, focus here, energy, same thing. And then pop a Trueshot. And we had enough energy there, but I'll just go ahead and go for more here. Wah! Yes, okay. So we're doing pretty well here. Again, this is basically just a standstill fight. Don't have to do anything. Although it looks like we're going to get that ad. Yeah. So I think when that ad is dying, I might try to double tap it. Although it's not dying very quickly. Yeah, okay, let's see if I can kill. Oh, come on. Oh, wow, he died so fast. Damn it. I was trying to get a double tapped careful aim on him. Didn't quite work. It's too bad. Okay, so it, you know, it's a gamble. It looks like well, I don't know. I guess I probably won't be able to use Trueshot again here. It's really, you know, I don't know. It could go either way. If I casted a lot more arcane shots, I could maybe reset the cooldown. But I think we'll just hold it for now. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to try and get a corruption. So, see if we can get this. Yes. Lucky me. Okay, we're gonna pop that. I actually did this wrong. I didn't have enough focus going into this, so I kind of messed up a little bit. I should have been steady shotting. So another one, 150,000. And one more. Yep. Wow. 80,000. Nice. So yeah, that was, I mean, that's just LFR. That's pretty easy, obviously, but that's Marksmanship in 8.1. So the only things that are going to be changing, we'll just quickly take a look at the new raid stuff. For example, you're getting an extra ring of traits, so things like having unerring vision and focus fire or in the rhythm, that's going to be a choice which will be very, you know, good for us. So we can still have 2 unerring visions like I do now, but also have, you know, some other useful traits. You know, like surging shots. Surging shots is definitely useful. Focused fire is very useful. You know, having 1 focused fire and then what? Let's see, where's, I'll find a surging shots really quickly. Surging shots and then having 1 surging shots is very useful. Because sometimes, you know, the aim shot reset on rapid fire definitely can be useful sometimes. Unfortunately, steady aim is still on, you know, some of these pieces, and steady aim is not useful. I don't know if they're going to make any little changes before the raid comes out. I don't think they will. But steady aim now is pretty useless. It's actually very useless in the current iteration. So it's still on some of this, you know, raid gear. So we'll just have to see how that pans out with the rest of it. But yeah, so that is the new Marksmanship, and I have a nice 375 dice. Oh, heck yeah, bro.